Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, the Ukrainian intelligence will inform us of some very, very big developments on the Russian side, and the Ukrainians are exasperated by the evidence provided by their own sources, which is, according to Budanov, that 38-year-old general, chief of the Ukraine's intelligence, 120,000 troops, Russian troops, are ready to enter the front. So I think these guys are like, what? Well, they have the same bad surprise that Adolf had in the Second World War, because the Soviets were coming, and we're coming, and these guys were killing them, and they were kept coming. And they said, Jesus Christ, we didn't expect that. Well, I'm not going to go into that situation, but in this case, 120,000 Russian troops ready to enter the war. Now, let's see. And we trust the Ukrainian intelligence services. They would not lie to us. All right, so let's put that to rest. Ukrainska Pravda reports Monday, today, the 24th of April, 2023. I was about to read 1023. All right. About 120,000 more mobilized Russians are waiting to be deployed to Ukraine. Ukraine's defense intelligence, this guy, Budanov. Who that? Oh, Zelensky. Is that for a quickie? All right. Russia has not sent about 120,000 more conscripts to Ukraine out of the number it called up earlier. Some of them simply cannot be deployed. Source: Kirill Budanov, chief of Ukraine Defense Intelligence, in an interview with RBC Ukraine. And I'm quoting, "An interesting question, how many conscripts have not yet been deployed to Ukraine? About 120,000 of the number that was already officially called up at that time." He clarified that it is about conscripts who are on the territory of Russia. Well, considered by you territory of Russia or by the Russians? And I'm quoting, "They cannot all be deployed. You have to understand that." Okay, if I have to, I have to. Because these are loses. There is some ongoing work and someone has to do it. Since the losses are quite significant, this personnel shortage must be compensated by someone. Well, I don't understand that, but anyway, the Russians have those that are ready. So, more details. Budanov added that the situation with mobilization in Russia, and I'm quoting, is proceeding normally. Wow, Budanov, what's going on? As the chief of Ukraine's defense intelligence states, the occupiers mobilize 20,000 per month on average. He clarified that this is a generalized figure. Background: in the fall, Russian President Vladimir Putin, now he's a president or he's a dictator, what the hell is he? Make up your mind, guys. Announced that the number of the servicemen mobilized recently in the Russian Federation reached 318,000, despite the previously announced limit of 300,000. Well, you got 18,000 volunteers. Okay. In October, the Ukrainian General Staff confirmed that the Russian Federation has mobilized more than 200,000 people. At the same time, Russian media reported that over 500,000 people were likely mobilized in Russia, despite the authorities' statement about a limit of 300,000. Whatever it is, you obviously, but you're not happy about the 120,000 more Russian troops ready to come and deliver death. Anyway, Russia has a potential for a general mobilization of about at least 30 million people, right? 30 million. Ukraine used to have about 38 or 39 million people overall. I'm talking here about the potential mobilization, that is the fit people between certain ages and so on. I made this calculation a while ago. Russia has a population of about 145 million people. Let's say 145. I think it's, I would say, conservative to just say that it's about at least 30 million adult male population. I didn't put the women, that would be 60 million. If you know what I mean, because I'm very inclusive. I'm a very diverse, inclusive, equitable person. All right. Let me get my violin, play you some Paganini, and then we can move on. So, are there 120,000? They could be. And this guy is saying this not because he's happy about it, but because he knows that those guys are going to be put over there. And how dumb they could be, how unprepared they could be if you give anyone a weapon and you teach them how to use a howitzer or whatever, the artillery, they will be learning that in no time. And you can use them always. The problem is, do you still... In Russia, I don't think there's a problem, a man shortage. Like, you're not going to have personnel. The only shortage, not only, obviously there's a finite number of Russians in Russia, but in the Russian Federation. And there's not only Russians, but you want to consider Russians because in a Russian Federation there are many ethnicity. As Putin said, we are a multicultural country. Anyway, and they are. If you look at Russia, they have so many territories from different tribes, different areas, different... Anyway, so they will have... How should I put it? They would sooner run out of ammunition and weapons than manpower, unless this guy's going to use some atomic bombs or nuclear weapons, and then everything goes to zero from the manpower standpoint. So here it is, my friends. I think the Ukrainians are exasperated. I think Budanov makes this statement, and I wonder why he would make this statement. Because obviously this is not a good, these are not good news for him. So why is he making these statements? They will try maybe to hide it, like they hide the Russians' achievements and minimize, minimize their achievements or hide them and maximize the Russians' losses, and vice versa with their troops. Maximize your troops' achievements and minimize your losses. So why would you go and play on 120,000? Is he going to ask for more from NATO? So they bring on the front. Probably that's the scheme that they played since the beginning of the war. When they say the Russians are winning or the Russians are overwhelmingly kicking our butt, then the next second they say it's because of you, give me some more weapons. That's what they do. It's a little game, unfortunately. The same with people that they invite to Ukraine. Why do you think they're come to me? Why do you think they call these leaders to come to visit Ukraine? So they take them to a theme park, show them the destruction, which is, and then say, okay, now you owe me. See that's because of you. And you should say, I shouldn't have come here. Like Lula, the strong communist of Brazil, the president. He said, I don't have to come over there. And it was another one. Who was that? I can't remember who that was. I think it was the defense minister of... I can't remember who that was. He said, I don't have to come to Kiev. Oh, it was McCartney. McCartney, I think it is. The Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives now, the Republican, says, I don't have to come to Kiev to know the destruction or something like this, or to assess. He knew that he's going to be cornered over there by these beggars, and he's going to be like, give me money, it's because of you. If you don't give me money, blood is on your hand. 7 generations, forever and ever. Ooh. I've seen that before in year 33 or something like that. Common Era. Right? You remember that one? Well, if not, just open the scriptures. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.